Hello, good morning everyone. We are an academic body in the Centro de Actualización del Magisterio or Teacher Training Center. We are part of a higher education institution for the training of teachers in the state of Durango in Mexico. We are integrated by Diana Maria Espinosa Sanchez, Miguel Ángel Muñoz López, and Harib Castro Luna. The present research aims to identify the perceived performance on teachers during the process of certifications on postgraduate level. The main objective is conformed by A. To describe the characterization of the participants in the research. B. To identify the common key traits on tutors which foster the process of certifications. And C. To know the common traits on tutors which weaken the process of certification. The institutions that participated were Centro de Actualización del Magisterio, la Universidad Pedagógica de Durango, la Benemetría y Centenaria Escuela del Estado de Durango y la Escuela Normal Rural J. Guadalupe Aguilera. It is imperative to state that these three institutions offer the master degrees certifications by the means of thesis. Besides, these institutions operate under a National Tutoring Program or ITP. This research is relevant because there is a little research based on the tutors' performance and how this impacts on the process of student certifications in these teacher training institutions in Durango. Secondly, this research underlines the awareness on the different problems which impact on the quality of these institutions which offer postgraduate studies either in public or private. It also highlights the low levels in certifications and thus the terminal efficiency. This research does not make emphasis on the terminal efficiency, but on the intentions of certifications students have. Thirdly, the results and final outcome this research found helps to identify the different factors that are either blocking or favoring the performance on tutors during the certification process. Finally, based on these given factors which are blocking or favoring the certifications process, after the analysis, a proposal will be possible to suggest suiting the tutors in 3 teacher training institutions in the state of Durango. In postgraduate context, the tutoring emphasizes on the process oriented to the fundamental designing and execution of a research, in other words, on the generations of new knowledge. A postgraduate tutor fosters the interaction with the one being tutored and highlights the importance of the problems and questions on his surroundings. Research problems analysis is conceived as a process of questioning and strategies to build up the new knowledge from the previous knowledge and the active participations of the student. This way, tutoring supports the approaching of real problems and allows the one being tutored be the responsible of his own learning. Experience has shown that after completing their studies, many students do not graduate immediately, but they let years go by. Some do not complete the process of the thesis, leaving behind the research that one was started. Consequently, they do not go through the process to present their thesis and do not obtain the MA certification. Jake states that the answers or approaches to the roots which originate the phenomenon are endless. According to a recent research report at Centro de Actualización del Magisterio in Durango, students who graduated between 2016 and 2011, only 41% took tutoring. It is less than the half who concluded. These students were studying their thesis. 59% of those graduate students did not attend, therefore were not able to obtain their certification. Garcia Herrera conducts a research named Terminal Efficiency in Postgraduate Studies oriented to researching and states that among the factors related to the terminal efficiency are the lack of research formulation and the difference on programs and curricula. Other tutors stated that some of the causes are A. Variety of subjects with a lack of expert tutors on the given subject. B. A scarcity of tradition to complete a thesis during the postgraduate studies. Similarly, Lopez Villegas, who conducted a research with the terminal efficiency, concludes there is a direct relationship in the lack of systemized research work. Postgraduate tutor must fulfill the mission to training new generations, to train them to conduct relevant research, high-quality research with a social commitment which contributes to the solution to national problems and at the same time strengthen educative system at all levels. The research was conducted with a qualitative approach. This study is both descriptive and explanatory. The methodology used is the survey. A questionnaire was used. It is built up to 8 complex variables, which derive up to 158 simple variables, to measure the trend with values from 0 to 10, where 0 is the lack of value and 10 is the highest value to a given question. There are a total of 177 items. Nominal variables are 19, and they allow to demonstrate the characteristics of the subjects who were studied. The questionnaire was revised under these 3 aspects: content validity by means of expert judgment, reliability with 3 pilot tests, obtained a 0.93 value in Alpha Cronbach, and objectively adding questions to pilot tests. The population subject to study was the total of students in process of certifications, 85. Data and analysis of data was made with the SPSS 15 software. In this article, the complex variable to be analyzed is the tutor, and it is composed of 33 questions. The postgraduate studies of the 4 institutions where this survey was conducted, 59% is formed of groups of students who graduated at least 10 years ago from bachelor degree. This data indicates that great interest of newer generations to obtain their certifications well after graduating from college. 39% of the subjects work around 5:30 and 7:30 hours a day, and 60% stated that from 1 to 5 hours weekly. Now we present the result of the descriptive statistics about students' perception on the common key traits on tutors which allow them to foster their process of certification. A. Students consider to be important that the tutor has a high knowledge on the subject matter and on the different contexts, thus he is able to conclude his thesis and obtain the degree. B. Students consider important that there should be empathy between the 2 parties. C. Tutor is accessible to meet when there has not been a previous meeting arrangement to receive guidance. D. Tutor suggests bibliography from different sources so as to consolidate students' research thesis. E. Students are motivated to conclude the research on time. F. Students are encouraged to present advances on a written basis. From the student's point of view, it is concluded that the common traits on tutors with less value in the process of certification are: A. Tutor involves students on collaboration with other research groups. B. Tutor encourages students to write journals to be published. C. Tutor motivates students to have his papers published. C. Tutor has explained the nature of the certification process in order to obtain the certification degree. E. Tutor offers guidance on the nature of the research and the expected standards. F. Tutor has recommended Congress talks, collaboration, etc., which foster the knowledge of the given discipline field. G. Tutor keeps frequent contact through a scheduled meeting at least once a week. Based on this research, it is concluded that to increase certifications and thus terminal efficiency, it is necessary to train tutors in the teacher training institutions. They are essential to those students who really want to certificate their degree. In addition, tutors should provide a guide to students on the research nature and the expected standards of the program. It is recommended to encourage the students to write manuscripts for publication and encourage them to publish, attend to congress and collaboration, so they strengthen their specific discipline. Some tutors states that postgraduate tutors must fulfill with the mission to train the new generations. Tutors must train them to undertake relevant, high-level academic research and social commitment, which contributes to the solution of social problems, and at the same time to enhance the national education system at all levels. We want to thank the 14th International Conference on Social Science that covered us, and through this platform has allowed us to express the results, findings, and proposals that we have just shared in this research.